make a commitment to yourself here at the top of your practice to keep your breath dynamic and relaxing. So practicing, finding that right breath work for your practice, and then bringing your awareness back to it over and over again. Feeling energized by your breath, but at ease. So finding that balance. Come to hands and knees. Draw your shoulders back, look forward. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, round your spine. Pull your belly button in and up, push the mat away. Inhale, look forward, coming into cow. On your exhale, you're rounding your spine into cat. Just go back and forth a few times. Be adding just a little more each time. So pressing down a little more firmly. Lifting your tailbone a little higher in cow. On your exhale, push the mat away, round, maybe rocking from front to back to take the stretch up and down the back. Get your shoulders involved. Feel your shoulders kind of scoop around. Shoulder blades move as you move. And then externally rotate your arms and put your hands back down on the mat firmly. Your wrists may be facing each other, they may be facing forward. Now take a few passes at cat and cow in this way. Move with your breath. Inhale, face forward, shoulders back. Exhale, round. Get your shoulders into it. And then internally rotate your arms. So now you're turning your hands inward just a little bit. And take a few more passes at cat and cow in this way. Actively pushing down. Come back, bringing your hands back. Take any more movement on your hands and knees you want. Maybe you stretch through each set of ribs. Bump your hips from side to side. And rock your weight around on your wrists, or rock your weight forward. And then come into downward dog. Walk out the backs of your legs. Nod your head yes and no. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Hang here. You can sway around. You can let your arms just kind of flop down, or you may want to hug your calves. On your next inhale, reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Take a couple breaths, dynamic breaths. Stand in mountain, finding the balance between your dynamic body and relaxed muscles. So, actively lifting your toes, getting your arches going, standing up tall with your best posture, but also softening the muscles of your face here. Relaxing your shoulders back. One more exhale here. And on your inhale, bring your arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Lower yourself down slowly. Come up on your forearms. Draw your shoulders back. You can gently look from left to right here. You're actively pushing down with your forearms and hands, kind of pulling your chest forward just a little bit. Keep it active. You can experiment with pointing your tailbone down towards your heels and then relaxing through your hips. Creating a little movement. Another thing I like to do here is tuck your chin into your chest. You kind of slide your chin down your sternum and back up. Keeping your shoulders wide. Lower yourself down. Push up to high plank. 5 deep breaths in high plank. Breath is dynamic and smooth. Feel the strength through your back. Engage all the muscles of your legs. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Take your gaze out towards the top of your mat. One more breath. On your exhale, push back into downward dog. Take a little movement in down dog. Walk up the backs of your legs. One more exhale here. Look to your hands. Tiptoe your feet forward to your hands as far as you can. Knees stay a little bit bent. Elbows stay straight. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa with your breath. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Back to down dog. Big deep breaths here, energizing your body with your breath. Exhale completely. Walk, tiptoe, or jump your feet up to your hands, half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. High plank to low. Up dog to down dog. At your own pace. With your next inhale, walk, step, or jump, feet to hands, half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Take a little movement. Root down with your feet. Squeeze muscle the bone through your legs. So you're in an active lunge now. Plant your left hand. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right knee. Look to the right, twist your spine. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. You can bring your right arm up if you'd like. Just be sure to keep hugging your right knee into your midline. Strong legs. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen your twist. And on your inhale, come back to center. Look forward. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your arms down by your sides. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Step your left foot forward, low lunge. Take a little movement. Get into your hips. And then start to add a little more strength. Press through your right heel. Root down with your feet. You'll add the twist here. Plant your right wrist under your right shoulder. Left hand to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And if you want, you can bring your left arm up. One more. Exhale, twisting deeply. On your inhale, look forward. Come back to center. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Reach up. And bring your arms down by your sides. Step your left foot back, turning to the side on your mat. Your toes are going to point towards the edge of your mat. Bend your knees a little bit, bring your hands to your low back. You want to kind of stick your butt out and come down with a flat back. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Hang here, you can reach out for your ankles if you'd like, or you can just use your hands under you to kind of steer you around. You might want to take a little movement. Long spine, let your head hang heavy. Try shifting your weight back into your heels and up into the balls and toes of your feet. See how that changes the stretch for you. You can also kind of root down with the outside edges of your feet. Halfway lift. You're going to take transverse lunge here. Turn your right toes out. Bring your hips down over towards your right heel. You want to engage your left leg. So left toes are pointed up, left knees engaged, left quadriceps are engaged. You can use your right elbow at the inside of your right knee if you'd like to guide your hips open a little more. You can rock back. You can put your hands kind of under you. Some people like to bring their hands into prayer and balance here. But this is a hip opener. So I want you to get the most out of, opening your hips here in this one. That's our main goal. Transverse lunge. On an inhale, come up through center. Go the other way. Be sure to flex the front of your right leg. Point your right toes up. Strengthen the front of your right leg while you feel the stretch through your hips. You can use your left elbow at the inside of your left knee. Come back to center. Let's take a wide squat. Toes turn out 45 degrees. Come up. Once you're up, draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib so you've got core stability engaged here. And then you can bend your knees a little more. Sometimes I'll use my hands at the inside of my knees to guide them so they're stacked above the ankle. On your next inhale, come up. We're going to set up for warrior two, facing the front edge of the mat. So you're going to turn your right toes towards the front edge of your mat, stack your right knee, push to the outside edge of your left foot, and pull your femur bones in. Warrior two. Bent knee triangle. Bring your right arm to the inside of your right knee. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib and expand. So you want to kind of push into the inside of your right shin area with your right arm. So you're expanding through your chest and through your hips. On your next inhale, come back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. And there's a little bit of a bend in your right knee, so you're not locking it back. Triangle. Slide your right hand down your right shin. Add that little bend, so you're really engaging through your right leg. Push down with the ball mound of your right big toe. You can lift your toes if you like. Take your gaze up towards your left thumb if you can. If it makes you feel dizzy or like you might fall over backwards, just keep your gaze where it needs to be. And then see if you can bring your left arm very slowly up by your left ear, reaching straight out in front of you. We're going to take reverse warrior here. So you're going to bend your right knee, slowly come up, and reach back with your right arm. Real slow, precise movement, dynamic breath. And come back to warrior two. We're just going to turn our toes to the side, go the other way. So turn your left toes back towards the back of your mat, setting up for warrior two. So this whole sequence moves with your breath. So move nice and smooth and slow. Take a big inhale here in warrior two, really strong through your legs and core. And then on your exhale, take bent knee triangle. Left arm slides to the inside of your left shin and calf. Activate core stability by drawing the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib and open through your left hip and chest a little more by pressing your left arm to the inside of your left leg. Big inhale. On your exhale, back up to warrior two. Inhale, extend your front leg, triangle. Moving down with your exhale. Protect your front knee by putting a little bend in it. Activate your left foot by lifting your toes and pressing down with the ball mound of your big toe. That's going to make you feel more balanced here. Then with an inhale, you can see if you can take your gaze up to your right thumb. Feeling rooted and grounded through your feet and your core stability. See You can bring your right arm up by your right ear, just checking out shoulder mobility, reaching straight out. Your left foot is engaged, so bend your left knee. On an inhale, come up and through, reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Back to warrior two. And come back to center. We're going to take one more wide-legged forward fold here. Bend your knees, stick your butt out, long spine. Come forward. Now this time, you can take your hands out to your ankles and kind of grab either the outsides of your feet, big toes, ankles, whatever you want to get out there. Kind of pull your chest down, and like you're pulling it through your legs, head hangs heavy. So your arms and back are very active here. Dynamic breath, knees are a little bit bent. Just a little. And from here, we're going to come back up into horse. So bend your knees, turn your toes out, and come up into a wide-legged squat. Top of your pelvis to your lowest rib, core stability engaged. Bring your arms up. Slide down. Kind of like you're sliding your back against a wall. Come down nice and deep. Take one more dynamic breath here. And then come up. Step your feet together. Tree. So the object of this balance pose today for us is to quiet our mind, to bring a little peace to our mind. So set your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving and relax your face. Press down with your right foot into the mat and practice balancing. Keep that dynamic breath going. That's all we want to think about, is making our breath smooth, energizing, and relaxing. Notice if you could relax your standing foot a little more, lengthening your toes. When you're done, gently step out of the tree, take a little break. Set up for tree on the other side. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Nothing for the mind to think about here, but keeping the breath smooth and even. Gently step out of it. Coming to mountain at the top of your mat, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Suspend yourself in plank. And lower yourself down to the mat. Shoulder roll. Take your left arm straight out to the side. Use your right hand to roll yourself back. You can bring your left arm up and back if you'd like. Come back onto the front side of your body. Change sides. Take your right arm out. Use your left hand to guide yourself back. Don't drop your breath here. Keep it dynamic. Even though you're relaxed and more still, you want to keep up with that energizing breath work. Come back onto the front side of your body. Push up to hands and knees. We're going to take kneeling dog. But in this version of kneeling dog, I want you to bring your big toes together back there. Knees are about hip width apart. Walk your hands out in front of you. Lower your chest, chin, or forehead down to the mat. Take a few more breaths here. And if you would like, you can visualize your chakras here. This is a great pose for expansion and opening of the chakras. Visualize your root chakra at the base of your torso, sacral under your belly button, solar plexus in the middle of your body, heart chakra and throat chakra are really open here. And then start to slide your knees wide and take your hips back towards your heels, drag your arms behind you, and then bring your third eye to the mat. Listen to the sound of your breath here now. Third eye stimulated at the mat. Crown chakra pointing straight forward. So just taking a moment to kind of think about your chakras, thinking about the sensation of bringing them into balance. Breath is smooth and dynamic and even. Make your way up and back to down dog. Pigeon pose. Bring your right leg forward and through. Take a few breaths here. Take a little movement, kind of rock from side to side and come down into pigeon. You can always tuck a pillow or a block or a phone book under your right hip. You could lower down to your forearms. I'm going to stay here for a little over a minute. Focus on your breath. Rise up slowly and make your way back to down dog. Once you're back in downward dog, you may want to take three-legged dog. Lift your right leg, take it up slowly. You could lift your right knee up over your right hip. Nod your head yes and no. In downward dog, and when you're ready, take pigeon on the other side. Bring your left leg forward and through. Work your way down. Rock from side to side. Use your back toes to kind of steer you forward or back. Keep your awareness right here. You're exploring through your hips, feeling what sensations you're noticing. So to move and explore like that takes concentration, takes a little movement. No. Gently rise up and make your way back to down dog. Once you're back, you can lift your left leg for three-legged dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands, sit back and lay back. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. You're going to use your left hand to guide the bottom of your right foot down to the floor beside you. Right knee points up. Should be feeling a nice stretch in the outside of your right hip. You can bring your hand to your right hip. Sometimes I'll kind of poke with my fingers into where I'm feeling it. Try to relax through your hip. And if you want a big side stretch, you can reach your right arm up and over. And stretching through your right ribs and right side. Right knee, keep your right knee pointing straight up to the ceiling. Strong breath. Come back to center. Put your right foot down. Cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Bring the bottom of your left foot down to the floor. Left knee points up. Feeling it, hopefully, in the outside of your left hip. Try to relax, like you're letting your low back on the left side sink down towards the mat. That's where you're going to find more length here. And if you want, you can bring your left arm up and over. Keep pointing your left knee up to the ceiling and take strong breaths here. Come back to center. Stretch your left leg down on the mat. Hug your right knee up. Give it a good squeeze in and up, strong as you can, and then guide your knee across your body. Take your right arm out. Take as deep a breath as you can here. Feel your body expand as you inhale. Come back to center. Lower your right leg. Make sure you've centered your body on the mat, your hips and your shoulders feel centered, kind of bringing your spine back to a neutral position. Hug your left knee up. Give it a squeeze in and up. Guide your knee across your body. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Stretch your left arm out. Supine twist. Feel your breath in your body. Big breath. Come back to center. Take a little inversion next. You can put your bolster or your pillow under your hips and put your feet up. Or you just put your hands under your hips. You're also welcome to roll up to shoulder stand here or headstand if that's in your practice. Big deep breaths here. Long exhales now. We're going to take 5 deep, slow breaths to lower our body back down to the mat, or lower our legs. So take a big breath in, and on your exhale, lower your legs a little bit. Inhale. Lower your legs a little more, so we're activating our core here. Inhale, hold them there. Exhale, lower them a little more. Inhale, hold them. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, keep them there. One more. Exhale, lower them. Take one more inhale here, floating your feet above your mat. And then on your exhale, lower your feet all the way down. Fish. Prop yourself up on your forearms. You can also prop yourself up on your bolster here if you like. You want to take the bolster or pillow out from under your hips. You could put it long under your back like this. You want to feel big space in the front of your chest. If you're on your forearms without support, you might want to tuck your hands under your sacrum. You can kind of keep your hands there and get traction. Lift your chest, stretch the front of your shoulders. Big deep breaths here. And when you're ready, you can come into Shavasana. If you're using the bolster support, you may want to stay here for a few more breaths. But when you're ready, come down into Shavasana, taking the bolster out from under you, letting your body recline in a neutral position. Take a few more deep dynamic breaths and just let your active breath go. Just relax as much as you can here. Allow your body to become still. I'll mind the time. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently rock your head over to one side. Massaging the back of your scalp slowly. Bring it back through center and go the other way. Make your way onto your side. Come up to a comfortable seat. Thank you for joining me for yoga. Namaste. Love to you.